Hello, hello. What'd it do? "3:30 a.m. Just dropping by to say hey before work. Don't play Zerk, but you enjoyed the new guide. It was really well made. Would love to see more guides from you. Well, I appreciate that. I would like to redo at least my Soul Fist guide. At the very least. I don't know how I feel about making guides for classes I don't like. Play super sweaty, I guess. I mean, I could probably do one for, like, all of my main 6 characters, but I don't know. We will see. I'll for sure at least redo my Soul Fist one, if nothing else. But I appreciate the kind words, my friend. Have a great stream. Well, thank you, man. Hopefully your day at work ain't too bad. What's up, Masai? How you doing this morning? All good, hope you're well. I'm doing okay. I'm a bit tired. I'm a degen hour gamer, you know how it is. But other than that, not bad. Glad to hear you're doing well. Yo, what's up, Sayo? How you doing? And yes, it is a very morning, huh? I don't know why I've been up so late these last few days, but it's kind of a trend now. The three-peat morning stream. Just woke up, no school today. Oh, that sounds like a good day. A day where you don't have to do anything is a good day. How did I counter him but still get pushed back? This game is trolling me, officer. Yo, what's up, Vortex? You make a soul fist yet, my friend? You still holding out? No, have no character slots. I'm only half memeing you, man. Only half. How you doing, though? When am I gonna main swap to Gunlancer? The day I get like $500 million. So it'll be any day now. Taking a rest from LA today. Yeah? You don't feel like doing it? Fucking take a break. Could be today. Yeah, I'm feeling it today. I'm thinking the 500 milli's gonna just airdrop into my house. With a little Amazon note card saying Gunlancer time. Kinda not feeling today? Yeah, I have those days too, man. Sometimes you just want to chill out and just fucking be a potato. Watch some Netflix or something. Don't do anything at all. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Playing Genshin. Hey. It's good to break it up with other things you enjoy too. No disrespect. Elon watching the stream right now wants to see some Gunlancer. I mean... I'd be sad, but also, like, I'm down, I guess. If Mans wants to see the Gunlancer that bad. Didn't play it since Lost Ark release, so got back into it. A lot of new zones and some quests. Yeah, there you go. Genshin's a gacha game, but it's not a bad game. And it don't mean you can't have fun playing it. Hence why there's so many people that play it. I'm also a big fan of taking a break from games and coming back and having a bunch of shit to do. Because I have a bad habit of doing all the shit that I can do and then having nothing to do. If it's your main game, it's bad, yeah. I can imagine. But if you can play it for a few weeks and let it sit there when new content releases, it's good, yeah. I feel that. You have that with WoW. Fair enough, that's another good game to do it with. If you speedrun it, there isn't anything to do, yeah. A lot of games are like that. Where content drops, people, like, for example, pay a bunch of money to get the shit done immediately. And then there's nothing to do for another, like, 5 months. Obviously, everybody has fun playing games their own way, but I don't understand, like, that. But to each their own, man. You're Sonic, you gotta go fast. I'm a big fan of following the speed limit, you know? I'll get there when I get there. Oreha Craft and Stronghold still work? Yeah, of course it still works. Obviously, it depends on your server's prices, but something you can craft should always be profit. And as you can see, I'm still crafting blues. I have not stopped. I'm forever crafting that shit. Purple's probably better for me at this point, but I'm lazy. I don't feel like switching. Now that you got every character on eye level you wanted, you need to juice up your main with some 10s. Yeah, I'm working on it. Don't like market site. Is there any other site you can check? There used to be a crafting calculator on easymari.com, but I'm not sure if the site is up or down at this point anymore. But you would have to manually type in the prices of shit on easymari calculator. Kind of curious why I don't Betrayal Preemptive. I don't think I've ever seen you run it. Yeah, I don't run it. I'm lazy to make presets for something that saves very little time. I have it set up on Bard because Bard needs it. The rest of my classes, I don't know. They clear fine. I'm waiting on respawns 90% of the time anyways. Betrayal isn't going to speed that up. Do I think Honor Shards will go up and Brawl hard? Yeah, I do. Marvelous Honors and Honor Shards will go up. There's Lost Market as well. Yeah, he said he didn't like Lost Ark Marketplace, though. But, like, making presets for Chaos and shit is definitely better. I'm not gonna argue that. I'm lazy as fuck. And the amount of time it would save is so minuscule, I don't know. I'm good with pressing Tempest Slash one more time to clear the dungeon. That's kind of how I look at it. I don't know. It's like 500 now. Yeah, shards went down a lot because people were selling shit to hone up their new characters, artists, and shit. Because right now, We have a big oversupply of shards and marvelous honors. We don't really need them. But we will soon. Well, the whales will at least. Yeah, I mean, if you're planning on honing past 20, you're gonna need a ton of shit. And you're not trying to profit off the regular people who are, like, efficiently honing or whatever. You're gonna profit off the whales. Like I always say when people ask me about the prices, like, go to maxroll.com, open up the honing calculator, click the Korean preset so it'll let you hone up to plus 25. Make sure you're doing it Belshaza plus 25, not a con. And just look at how much the costs scale. It's absurd. Friends preparing for plus 25 almost got like 3 million shards. That's not bad. He's going for weapon week too. We'll have to see if I hone past 20. I might not. I definitely don't think I'll ever hit plus 25 weapon. It's just way too many mats. If I'm not swiping the old plastic card. Probably gonna hone till plus 23 because you'll probably need for a con buzz. I think even plus 23 is like pretty expensive. You'll probably be able to do it for sure, but it's crazy how expensive it is compared to like everything else. Stocking up almost 100 large honor shards to sell. Very nice. I think I have somewhere around there too. A bunch of smaller bags as well. First month of Lost Ark was the most fun experience for me. So many innocent players just playing the game not caring about gold. I mean, there's always people that cared about gold and stuff, but I get the sentiment. There's definitely no way to relive the experience of like when you're new to a game or when like a community's new to a game. It's definitely something different. Probably around 5 mil gold, yeah. I know it's expensive as shit. It's like doable, but you're gonna be fucking in the hole quite a bit of gold. First month of any MMO's best time you're gonna have. I don't necessarily think it'll be maybe the best time you'll ever have, but it'll definitely be like a unique experience, right? And I think the unique experiences are quite a cool thing. And it's something that you can't really ever have again. Like, obviously, something like a WoW expansion, you have, like, the new experience all over again. But it's in a different manner, if that makes sense. But I definitely do enjoy games, both when they're all figured out and when they're just completely brand new and nobody knows what they're doing. It's all fun. You were laughing so hard when people were spending thousands of dollars for Argos. Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean. Like, do you see how much money people were spending to, like, max hone their shit when it was just Argos? And then Vault and then Vicus? And, like, if you look at the relative costs for that gear, in terms of materials versus our generation of them, it's, like, not even comparable to try to get plus 25 gear. Like, the cost versus how much we generate is unreal. Which is why I think shards and leapstones will go up a significant amount. If they don't, I mean, I'm just a guy on the internet, you know? Remember when you were selling 700 gold Great Honor Leapstones? I never was able to sell them at, like, those insane prices. Because I played the game very casually in the beginning. I've still been ready for every piece of content as it's come out, but at the very beginning I was, like, a bit more casual. I think it took me, like, a week to hit max level. Like, that's how chill I was playing. Yo, what's up, Frex? How you doing? Haven't seen you in a minute. Hope you've been well. You're no-lifing 12 hours a day. I would say I wish I, was the same way, but, like, I don't regret what I ended up doing. I mean, I'm still playing the game, aren't I? How many people burnt themselves out on the game and just aren't playing anymore, right? Did I make it to Argos Gate 3 on day 1? To be completely honest with you, I can't remember. Played on RU, yeah. Global launch was the only time I played the game, and I didn't look up any information beforehand. I just saw gameplay like many years ago, and I was like, damn, that's cool. And then it came out like fucking half a century later. You try, but it's hard with your time zone. I'm sure it also doesn't help that I stream at fucking the most absurd times. I mean, it's fucking 4 a.m. for me, and I haven't slept. I'm just vibing. I'm a loose cannon. I can't be stopped. Your rooster is 1565 Zerg, 1550 Scrappa, 1553 Sharpie, 1548 Glover, 1548 Palau, 1548 Stricker. Why are they all 1548? That's oddly specific. For you, it's 1220. Yeah, I figured I was gonna play a little bit before I went to bed. And I figured I might as well turn the stream on if I'm gonna play. Right? Fuck it. Weapon plus 18, 4 times pity. I see. We like that chain of thought. More of that, please. Listen, brother, I'm a simple man. I'm just out here doing my thing, you know? And I know some people enjoy the thing that I'm doing. So I try to share that thing that I'm doing, you know? What the fuck am I saying? Frog is killing you? Fucking no shit, dude. Have you seen my gold? I fucking am tired of this frog fuck. Like, buying all these fucking bags every week on 15 characters to make a shitty video that nobody's gonna watch is gonna be so disappointing. It's gonna get like fucking 200 views. And I'm gonna go fucking cry. They don't think they don't think it be like it is, but it do. It really do be that way sometimes. Just reminds me of the Dream Kid. I fucking love that video. Like I said, I'm a simple man. I see funny video, I laugh at funny video. $120K on Frog each week? I have no fucking idea how much I spend. But I buy out the random lucky bag on 15 characters, which I think is 75K, unless I don't know how numbers work. And then I buy out the random engraving bags, and then the honing mat boxes. So, however much that shit all costs. I don't buy the boxes on all 15 characters, don't get it twisted, brother. But I buy it on some of them, you see. I think he ate that. Yeah, that's unlucky. Ooh, that was a bad Pharaoh, my friend. Do I ever get a selection from the bags? I've gotten one last frog. I've only opened a couple this rotation. I'm saving the rest to open for my video that I'm gonna do. I believe it has a 1% chance of dropping. So it is quite rare. I am hoping that I get, like, a couple of them when I open the rest of my bags. So I can maybe finish Lost One Cliff 30. But I'm not holding my breath. I'm truly going to be happy when the frog is gone, though. And I tell you right now, I would not be buying the lucky bags right now if I wasn't making a video on it. That much is for sure. You know that your 4x3 plus 2 DB does more than your 1520 Scouter? To be fair, though, I think that says more about Deathblade than anything, but I get what you're saying. Like, I think Deathblade is just a little way overtuned. Like, not, like a little way overtuned, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, Machinist needs something. But you're also comparing it to, like, arguably the best class in the game, in my opinion. True. Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean. 100 mil surges on an Argos weapon is exactly what I'm saying the problem is. More so than Machinist being shit, even though Machinist is shit. It's just the comparison looks even worse because you're comparing, like, a moldy sandwich to, like, a fucking rotisserie chicken, you know? It's like, you can't really compare the two, you know? You gotta compare the moldy sandwich to, like, curdled milk, you know? You can't just fucking rip the chicken. If you know, you know. I do kind of find it weird that they haven't, like, given him a significant damage buff. But maybe they know something I don't. And by they, I mean Amagate. Smilazone. You think transform skills should have levels to them in tripods? I mean, transform skills essentially do have levels to them, right? They're just tied to your character's level. So, like, all your transform skills are level 10. Or 12, rather. If you're level 60. Tripods? I don't know. I feel like they have ways to make it better than it is without, like, changing the identity of the classes. Like, yeah, could they add tripods? Sure. But I feel like that takes away part of a transformation class's identity in a way, right? But I'm not so sure just giving them flat damage is the answer either. They could maybe add, like, more interactions between your skills while transformed or something. Like, for Shadowhunter, for example, if you use Gore Bleeding and then Bloody Massacre within, like, 3 seconds or something, it'll, like, detonate the claw scratches on the monster man and do more damage? Look, I don't know. I'm just fucking throwing out ideas here. But, like, they could do something like that, right? And I'm sure there's tons of shit that they could do for Machinist as well. But I mean, yeah, they could just add tripods and shit for sure. I just feel like that's a boring solution. But maybe I'm a little weirdo on that one. Yo, what's up, Roy? I always see you on at DGen hours, you fucking gamer. Oh shit, you're not on right now. 31 minutes ago? Damn, you slacking, boy. How you doing, man? Did clown for the first time today? How'd that go, brother? Gate 3 took like 2 hours. It was pretty fun. Yo, 2 hours ain't bad at all. When I first cleared that shit, it took my group like fucking probably 12 hours combined. There were some issues with the saws, let me tell you. Good shit though. You're fucking gaming, brother. Told you you'd be able to get caught up, or quote caught up. You buy all mats on market for Reha Craft or you farm? I buy them all. The calculators take into account the price you pay for them, so... It's the same thing either way, right? Because if you farm the mats yourself, you could have just sold the raw mats and profited, like, the full amount. So yeah, I just buy them. And typically fish are cheaper, though now with how expensive fish have been, relics can be cheaper. So you might want to check both. I wanted to tap my weapon quality, which is a bad idea. But I'm full of bad ideas. Can you stack and let them craft? I mean, if you look up here, I have 10 sets of 3 crafting, right? So you can queue up 10 of each. If that's what you mean. Otherwise, I'm not too sure what you're asking. I don't know if that link works for you, but it's the Lost Ark Market calculator. You have to set your region correctly, though. So make sure you switch it from west or whatever it shows. Unless you're on west. Imagine if I got a quality upgrade. Look at how fast gold disappears. Jesus Christ. I just spent like fucking 15k. Yeah, you can just let them sit there. You can see like half of mine are finished, right? But they're still crafting. And if I wanted to pick the ones that are done up, I could go do that. But I just let them craft until they're done, or I'm gonna log out. It was like you're tapping. I just wanted to see if I could get a cheeky little upgrade. Just the fact that they let you skip the window pop-up means you can waste gold real fast. It's a very scary thing to let me do. Thanks for the link. Yeah, no problem. And yeah, there is a delay on the site. You have to make sure that the prices are updated. They don't have to be, like, necessarily spot-on correct, but as long as they're, like, relatively similar. And obviously make sure for that calculator to input your stronghold stats and stuff in there. So it's whatever you have. It's addicting. Yeah, I hate it. Did? Yeah. 291 gold per hour seems about right, rather. I mean, it's a lot considering how little effort you put in. Which is why I have been quite literally crafting fusion mats in some capacity since this game has released. Quite literally. It's just a passive income source. Sometimes the prices aren't as good, but very rarely will it ever make you lose money. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of gold for doing absolutely fuck all. Like, there's no reason not to do it. Unless you're just, like, lazy and you don't want to do it, which, I mean, fair enough, right? But I think it's too good to not do. I think a lot of people don't like the fact that it takes some time to sell them sometimes. Because I think a lot of people want their gold immediately. But sometimes you have to list it for 3 days, and sometimes the price will go down when you list it for 3 days. So it takes even longer. But like, even if it goes down, it'll only go down like a gold at a time. And it's usually because prices are going down on mats. So the crafting cost goes down. And with the margins, you're still making money even at the old price 9 times out of 10. And it's not like you're losing the mats that you put up that didn't sell. They're just banked. It's like banking your gold, which is kind of how I look at it in a way. Because it's like, yeah, at 46k, I'm broke as shit. But how many stacks of Arehas do I have posted? You know? I can get that nice little cash infusion. Makes me feel better. Little inheritance, you know? Yo, did that guy really not kill that? Is he struggling? Effort to gold ratio might be the best thing to do. Yeah, I think so. Because it's literally you log in and press buttons. That's literally 0 effort. Am I gonna hop off in 5 minutes again? No, I don't think so. I've got at least 30, 40 minutes left. How you doing, Rise? Can't wait to sell your purples. Hell yeah. Currently at work, EU Frog time zone. Well, I'm degenerate American hour time zone. You know, the old 4:50 a.m. stream. Trying to build your first 5x3 on Death Blow or Death Blade? I think you probably mean Death Blade, not Death Blow. How much do you pay attention to quality? So, I don't know specifically for DB what breakpoints you need, but generally for spec classes, there's like a hard baseline to make something feel really smooth and playable, and then any more than that is just going to be extra damage. So obviously, you should do some research and figure out what the baseline spec amount you need is to play the class, and then from there you can figure out how much money you have and how much you want to spend on quality to be, you know, more damage dealing. Because spec generally will scale your damage directly on spec classes. That's kind of the thing. But there's also generally a spec amount in order to make your shit playable. And that's the number you need to for sure hit. I just don't know what that number is for DB. You want at least 1700 with bracelet, you want 80 qual and neck earring, you can go 1 green ring or 2 if you're down bad. Because quality is for sure important, but I think a lot of people put a little too much stock into it sometimes, to where they just won't build something until they can afford like 100 quality shit where they could have just settled for like an 85 quality thing and been perfectly fine. Like, obviously more spec is better, but let's be realistic here. Rather weird question. Recently, you joined a guild in hopes you're going to raise together. They want you to clear at least Bro Gate 6 once without them before they go raiding with you. Is that normal? I'm gonna say no on the normal part. I mean, that's a little weird. Why? Do they just not want to teach you? Because it's like fair enough, I guess, but if they're in a full guild group of 7 people who know how to do it, and you, who doesn't know how to do it, it should be easy enough to teach you. But basically, no, I don't think that's normal. Screen shake on Shadowhunters dialed to 11. Yeah, I like to feel like I'm always in an earthquake when I play this class. It's part of my fantasy. Are low ping alts the best way to make silver? The best way to make silver is actually making alts to do chaos dungeons on, not low ping. People just like low ping because it's, like, very quick and low effort. But chaos dungeons give you way more silver. So if you want to do one activity for silver, it's chaos dungeons on alts. I mean, be honest with you, Rise, they just sound kind of fucking weird. Generally, you want to, like, join a guild of people that want to play with you. But that's, like, what I would think, at least. Maybe that's a controversial take. Maybe you should work on a couple more 45s, because Chaos Dungeon ult's cheap now. Yeah. Dude, the change to the honing up to 1445 is so good. And it's such a net positive for, like, newer players. It only really hurts the people that had a bunch of gold-earning alts parked really low. Which apparently was the majority of the player base, I guess. I don't know. I got a video coming out about that, I think maybe today or tomorrow. So I expect to thoroughly get roasted, but the numbers on how much you save gold cost and honing mat wise up to 1445 way outweighs the amount of gold you ever would have gotten from the raids. And it's not like new players are going to park themselves at 1445 for long enough for it to matter. So they're going to be getting way more benefit than they are negative. Gold chain shit you hard. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. If you had a bunch of, like, low-level gold-earning alts, whether it be you intentionally left them there or you're just a returning player or whatever, like, that's the demographic that got hurt by it and don't like it. Like, if you have one character that's high item level and then 5 other ones that are, like, 1400, that update, you're not gonna like it. But for everyone else, it's, like, very beneficial. And people complain about having to do clown now for max gold, and it's like, if you don't like clown, you don't have to do it. You can still do the same shit you were doing, you just get less gold because it's less hard. I don't know. Either way, I like the change because Artist Update brought in a lot of new players, and I think that change helps new players the most. And I know how bad the new player experience is in this game, so anything that helps it is great in my books. Especially a change like that. I understand the change, just feel like there could have been a better solution. Yeah, probably. But for what it is, I think I'm happy enough with it. Gonna start your Reha crafting journey? Hell yeah. Enjoy the free money. Money. DI3 Necromancy 5. What an item. It's hard to go from 45, 60 to 90. Yeah. It was like that before, too, though. That's just one of the dead zones that take forever. And I think it's like that by design. Not that I think it's necessarily good design. But it's always been like that, even before this. But the benefit of it is, once you hit 1490, then the next, like, what, 30, 40 item levels is basically free? So I don't know. There's give and take. $2,400 fish for 30? Yeah. $2,400 fish, 1,200 pearls, 300 carp. Slowly. 2,400 fish. 1,200 pearls, 300 solar carp. To make 30 of them. New players shouldn't be able to get 1490 instantly. I mean, I do agree that they helped new players quite a bit, which is what I was saying, and I'm really glad about it. I do think they could probably make getting to 1490 probably a bit faster, but I do agree that it doesn't need to be, like, instantaneous. I do think it's probably a bit too slow, though, at this point. Gold nerfs helped a lot with inflation. I don't have the numbers on, like, how many bots are active now versus then, versus how many people are being banned for RMT, how many people are allegedly RMTing, a bunch of shit like that. But what I do know is I think the value of gold is coming down. Or going up, rather. Coming down would be cheap. Going up is more expensive. And the value of gold going up, I think, is generally a good sign. I don't know if there's necessarily been, like, a ban wave or anything, but I feel like they've been consistently banning, which is what they needed to do. Just purely anecdotal, just from me playing the game and seeing bots running around, or the lack thereof, rather. Worth skipping all 30 first time? You can if you don't want to wait. I usually save it until the profit margin's, like, really high, then I'll use them. Because sometimes the prices on shit will spike for no reason. And when it does, I use them then to make the maximum amount of GGG. Get first 30, do another 30 to chill. Yeah, you can. You can only use 40 of those acceleration ships a day anyways. So if you want to do 30, you can. No harm. It's because since Argos and Vault were big ways, bots also farm gold. Yeah, I don't doubt that. There's also... I know a couple people who have a bunch of different accounts full of, like, 1370s that they would just bus themselves to get gold. I don't know how many people did that, but I know a couple people who did. So surely there's got to be some amount of people doing that, or used to do that. Good strat, just buy bus for artists and Roy has easy 4K per character. Yeah, I mean, I know a couple people who had... I mean, I know this one guy who literally has an account, like a separate account, full of only paladins. And now all of his paladins are like 15, 20. And now he just properly runs them all because of the change. But before they were just like 14, 15 bots. It's just the amount of gold he's made. It's unreal. I can't imagine too many people were doing that, like legitimate people. But if you were very dedicated and did that from the beginning, you probably don't need gold anymore, ever. 2 times great success from 30. Yes, sir. That is what we call big money. Wait, I'm streaming too early. I start getting sleepy in like 3-4 hours. Yo, what's up, Remix? I don't know. I've been streaming at this time lately because I'm like, I can't sleep. Like, I'm super tired, but I can't sleep yet. So I figure I just hop on, do some dailies, and then the dailies put me to sleep, you know? Hopefully you have a good day, though. You need to start buying Obliteration and Leaps, because those will skyrocket. Yeah, I think they will. Damn, are we really not going to break it 2 times in a row? I threw a Destro, too. And used 3 weak point skills during Igniter. Your dad wanted to mount a 70-inch TV in the garage? Yo, does your dad have like a fucking man cave in the garage? The setup of kings? It'll only take a minute. Yeah, it'll never take just a minute, brother. You and I both know that. Oh, our Gun Lancer's AFK. That's probably why. No, it's a small garage. Small garage for big TV. If you wanted one to get a smaller TV. Nah, once dads get something in their mind, they go for it. There's no stopping them. Man saw that 70-inch was like, this shit's going on the wall. Next thing you know, you're recruited for an all-day expedition trying to put the fucking thing on the wall. Do I have new Arc Pass wallpaper? What level is the Arc Pass wallpaper? If you can tell me that, I can tell you if I have it. I don't think I do, though. It's like last unlock, isn't it? $25? Yeah, I don't have it. I think I'm like 18. What's my Sork build? Oh, it's the one that makes you do damage. Am I SoCal, NorCal? No, I'm Washington, bro. If you know, you know. I don't know, I'm just Igniter. Like, basic Igniter, Nightmare, nothing crazy. The only crazy thing I do is run Adrenaline, but that's not crazy. 5x3 that. Standard shit with Adrenaline. My skills are that. Well, if the MVP screen would fuck off. I don't know, pretty standard Sork, I think. What? LOS 30? Yeah, that's an integral part of the build. That's why I do so much damage. Have you ever considered that maybe I'm just a god gamer? And Jeff Bezos himself has blessed my account? Got a neck that sold for 50k last night, now you're over 100k gold again? I mean, if you gave me 54k, you could make me over 100k gold again. How much have I spent on the game? Up until recently, I haven't actually spent, like, anything additional on the game. New Igniter build? Are you talking about the, reverse gravity instead of Inferno? Because my friend was just telling me about that. Yeah, okay, I got you. My friend was telling me about that last night. But how much have I spent on the game? I bought the Platinum Founder Pack. I have bought all 3 Arc Passes to support the game. And I think that's, like, really it. Well, recently I bought some skins too, but I don't know if skins count. I figured I'd treat myself after writing all those guides. But I know when people ask that question, they're just asking mostly about, like, power. But no, I don't buy power typically. Because if you spend money on, like, mats and shit, that's, like, the point of the game. So if you're doing that, you're kind of, like, buying the reason to play the game. How LOS 30 already? I mean, I've been working on it for, like, 6 or 7 months of buying Mari Shop card packs. Like, that's where the majority of my gold has been going for the last, like, 6 months. I spend nothing on G2G, but eBay I buy a lot of silver off of. I would never sell my silver. It's precious to me. I need silver so bad. Yeah, I'm under 400 mil. I'm fucking in the dumps. Shit's rough out here. You don't know how the fucking struggle really's like. $1 billion silver challenge? Dude, I'm just trying to get to 500 mil first. We'll see if I make it there. I think I might be able to get to 500 mil. But I don't know. I'll have to start doing Chaos Dungeons, like, consistently again. Instead of just doing them when they're, like, rested or whatever. But it's not like I'm saving silver either, so... I still have my 4 characters I need to spend, like, their 2,000 leap stones each on. But I just don't have the gold to do it. Assume it's like 15 mil silver per character. I'm looking at a 60 mil silver minus right there. Just waiting for the day I accidentally press max and Rowan for the barrels. Well, I've got good news for you, my friend, because I still have not done Rowan, and I'm not planning on it in the foreseeable future. So you might be waiting for a while. Hey man, been watching a lot of your videos recently. Keep it up, really enjoying the content. Well, I appreciate the kind words, and I'm glad you enjoy the vids. That is the goal. Free selection pack, though? Yeah, but I already have LOS 30. What do I need it for? Potion Merchant works as well? Oh god, you're right. Or, like, the Chaos Shard Vendor. I'm gonna have a lot of fucking Chaos Shards. Lost one clip 30. Yeah, I'm only like 5 cards away from it though, and they're all Carmine. So I'm like close. 30 awakening all card sets in the game. Yeah, I think I'm lagging, bro. My stream's going down. I'll see you guys later. Fuck that. I'm a collector, but not like that level. You missed way by 5 minutes on your server a few days ago. That's an F, a big old F. Imagine if I had gotten something actually worth selling. What a world that would have been. I mean, Lost One Cliff 12 is better than LOS 18. For robust Soul Fist, at least. Winky face. Oh, sorry, I'm 6 Carmines away from it. And 3 Delane Armins, apparently. Yeah, Deep Dive, and you have a plan, or the new 2 card sets that got added that are, like, pretty good. This is the support one, which is better than anything other than Lost One Cliff 30. And then this is just, like, better Lost One Cliff 12. Unless you need the crit, then it's probably still better. God damn, Roy. I didn't know you were a fucking 5-head. I just listen to the people smarter than me. So I would definitely be listening to you, homie. I just know for RS Soulfist, we have such shit crit, and we have to take Keen Blunt Weapon. So Lost One Cliff has, like, mass value for us. Especially if you're EO, not Hallucination. And even for RS, like I said, it's still really good. Do I have full 10s on a character? Does 2 demon skill gems count? Because if that counts, then yes, I have 2 demon level 10 gems. Otherwise, no, I don't. I'm not even close. I think my Soul Fist has 4 level 10s, and 3 of them are cooldowns. Don't ask. I'm still mad about it. Hi, Brother Chris. Finally get to catch Scream. Scream? Well, what's up, Sheaf? Mr. Sheaf Keef? How do I even roll for CD? Dude, my damage gem to CDR gem ratio is terrible. And when I tell people how bad it is, they think I'm, like, exaggerating. I've rolled 3 damage gems, 9 cooldown gems. It's bad. But the next one I roll for sure will be damage. I've got faith. Chris, you scream? Hell yeah, I scream. Scream 6 is the new one, right? I motivated you to get the silver up, just hit 150. Hell yeah, brother. Let's get to 1B. 1 Billy. You're on 7 damage, 3 CD. Yo, I see you took my gems. Can I have them? You just started doing the siege events? Yeah, dude, the siege events are so good. Like, I hate the events themselves because world PvP is like the worst thing in this game. I'll be right back a second. Hydration and posture check, friends. E-girl summoner and O on Mario in your death note. Dude, some people have some severe issues, is what I'll say. Is the nice way I'll put it. But world PvP in general is just kind of fucked. So, is what it is. Now dressed for work. You're making big moves. Bigger moves than I'm making. Although I guess if you really think about it, I'm technically at work, right? That's what I'm gonna tell myself. If I wasn't making content for Lost Ark, I wouldn't play as much as I do. What do I see myself playing if not Lost Ark? Honestly, have no idea. I don't know if I would even be, like, consistently playing a game. Because before Lost Ark, I was just kind of doing nothing. I mean, maybe Diablo 4? Maybe? I didn't even bother playing the beta, though. So I don't know. But if I didn't have Lost Ark, maybe I would have played the beta. I don't know, hard to say. Are there any games I'm looking forward to? Unfortunately, not really. Because nothing has really piqued my interest in a very long time. Honestly, until Lost Ark came out, I was wondering if maybe it was like my brain was the problem, not the games coming out, you know? Like maybe I was just done with gaming, but I mean, that's clearly not the case. Just there's not been any good games, to me at least, in a while. And in response to what you said, Rise, about stream schedule, I'm not, like, super worried about streaming. I just do streaming as, like, a little side bonus thing, just so I can talk to, you know, you guys. If I was, like, just in it for the money, I would for sure, like, focus on streaming, because obviously the streaming aspect has way more potential to generate money. But I'm very introverted of a person, and streaming takes a lot out of me, which is why I do it so infrequently, because I have to be, like, in the mood for it. I don't know, sounds kind of dumb, but it is what it is. "2022 is kind of not great for games." I have no idea. I couldn't tell you what I did, aside from Lost Ark. Just want to give some positive reinforcement. If you're trying to go there, oh, yeah, I feel you, man. I also don't know if I have, like, necessarily the personality to stream. Like, I mean, I know I'm not, like, bad at it or whatever. But I definitely don't have, like, your typical get loud streamer personality. Argo's faster than Callie. Doesn't surprise me. How much time arrayhas need to be sold on average? It varies. Usually like 24, 32 hours, something like that. Can be more, can be less. D4, you might want to wait a few patches before I play that hot mess. Yeah, I think that's going to be my plan, to be honest. I still do think I'm probably going to try it out when it actually, like, releases. Unless Lost Ark's doing something when D4 releases. Then I'll probably prioritize Lost Ark. But I still want to try the game. Because I want it to be good. I don't want to hate it. But from what I hear, people are not too impressed with it generally. And it's like coming from like friends that I trust with their opinion. So I don't know. My one friend who doesn't even like Lost Ark that much called D4 Great Value Lost Ark, which I found hilarious. Because he had a million complaints about Lost Ark. But if he's even calling D4 that, then something must be fucky. Just feels boring, at least compared to PoE, last Epoch, or even D3. I mean, I'm somebody who enjoyed Diablo 3 a lot, even before, like, the game got quote-unquote good. I've always liked D3. I'm a simple guy. The gameplay felt good. Like, that's pretty much all I need, is for the gameplay to feel good. And if there's one thing that D3 did really well, it was the combat for its time. But, like, playing Lost Ark, it's just, I don't see how any, like, isometric game could come close to this, like, level of combat. It's just so good. Have I played PoE? Yeah, I've played PoE. I don't really like PoE, because the game is, like, very slow and clunky feeling. It's not smooth. I mean, I have, like, probably 1,500 hours in PoE, maybe more. I've hit 100. I mean, I've played the game enough. It's a fine game, it's not my preference. I like permanent progression too. I don't hate seasons either, though. The thing I didn't like about Diablo 3 seasons were they just didn't do anything with them. Like, changes were just, you do more damage, or your set makes your skills do more damage, and that was the change. And then, like, the season modifiers were things like treasure goblins. Just felt like they didn't give a shit, which they probably didn't, which is why they were so lackluster. Another reason why I don't really like PoE is having to do the fucking same bullshittery. Act 1 through Act 500,000 a million times. Like, that was cool back in, like, Diablo 2, 1999. But, like, my attention span ain't built for that anymore. You gotta at least change up the scenery. You can't make me do the same thing 3 times. You don't mind it? You did 8 Solus card runs last week? Okay, yeah, you're a different breed of human. I've done 1 Solus card run in my entire life, and that was on my very first character I made in this game that I hit level 60 with. So, I mean, was it even a Solus run, really, if you think about it? Your dad's just sitting in the garage watching TV. Well, I mean, went through that fucking whole ordeal. He's not just gonna not watch the damn thing. You gotta respect the man. I just couldn't bring myself to do Solus card runs. I was considering it before challenge dungeons were added, and I still needed Solus to finish Lost Wind Cliff. But now that challenge Abyss dungeons are in the game, I couldn't in good faith recommend anyone to ever do a Solus run for any reason. Just target it through Abyssal. You'll get it done eventually. People still do Solus runs? That's what I'm saying, man. They stopped being worth doing after like 2 weeks of launch. Were they ever worth doing? Like, I was playing a Soul Fist, right? We're so crit starved. And even I couldn't force myself to do a Solus run when I was like 2 away. You have to be on some different level shit if you're doing Solus runs. Built differently for sure. What class is most fun in my opinion? I mean, I have to say Soul Fist, right? Because it's my main. But if I don't have to say Soul Fist, then definitely Berserker. New Mayhem Berserker is fucking what I imagine smoking a crack pipe must be like. I did 12 of them. Do you need help? Well, I guess it's not do you need help, but you need help. I don't know what he needs, but I don't even know if Jesus can save that man at this point. I mean, 8 characters a day is nothing. Up until Belshazzar release, I did every single daily on all 15 of my characters every single day. Correct answer is War Dancer. Yeah, that's my bad. I should have said War Dancer. I forgot you were here still. I think Destroyer's pretty cool too. I just think new Mayhem Berserker is like perfect. They did a good job. Did I get anything good to sell one time? Please? Never lucky. You're heading off? Well, you caught me at a time where I wasn't just ending, so at least I gave you the one thing you asked for. Thanks for hanging out, Rise. Which class is the hardest, in my opinion? See, that's a hard question to answer, because what's hard to one person is gonna vary, right? Like, what hard means to you is probably different to me. But I think, in general, classes that have mechanics added on top of their base mechanics, so things like Arcana, right? You have cards on top of your regular combos. Things like that are probably going to be harder. Things like Gunslinger, obviously Deadeye. Things that you have to add on top of an already existing layer. But I don't necessarily think they're hard, right? But if you asked me if I had to pick, I'd say generally classes like that. If that makes sense. With fewer bots, I feel like map prices are going to go continue up indefinitely. Fusion mats should go up as well, but I feel more as cost goes up. Less people buy, start crafting their stronghold, eventually killing passive income, right? I mean, there's always going to be a discount for crafting in your stronghold versus buying, right? Or at least there should be. And I feel like the gap between the discount is relatively stable. So if somebody wasn't doing it before, they're not going to be doing it now, right? That's how I look at it, at least. I could be completely wrong, though. Paladin never played, but must be hard to stay awake playing that. I mean, I think you've got a fair point there, admittedly. Little spoiler, I finally made my fucking striker, man. Haven't logged into him, but at least he's created. Don't know when I'll get around to actually doing something on him, but he's in the roster now. Rally is fun, you just need pre-made friends so you can shout mega damage. An updated Zerker clown video? I mean, I can post more raid content.
There are matters that need your approval. You can go check them in the office.
I just don't really know what to say during raid stuff, really. Because I try to, you know, give, like, pointers or whatever, and then I'll get comments saying, you should have labeled this as a guide, and this isn't a guide that's good. And I'm just like, I'm playing the class. I don't know what you want from me. I don't know. Plus, they get, like, shit views. But I'm down to do it. The gap is kind of fixed, assuming you buy the mats, but if players start using their life energy instead of burning in the stronghold. Well, I mean, then you could just make the argument that why don't they just sell the raw mats, right? It would be the same difference, would it not? Because yeah, they're able to craft the mats from the fish that they made, or they caught themselves, right? But equally so, they could just sell the fish. So it ends up being the net same thing, really, right? It's just one requires more effort. And if their goal is to only craft fusion mats, then buying mats would just be the best way, right? Because spending life energy takes time. And you're still probably going to have to buy mats anyways after spending it. I'm just trying to think of, like, making sure I'm not being stupid here. But I think my logic is okay. Hyper-expressing Striker? Yeah, I'm going to. Looking forward to Striker series? Me too, man. I don't know what I'm gonna end up doing for it, but I'll do something for sure. Try to explain thought process. Yeah, I try to do that in the raid videos while I play. But like on my Soulfist one, I would always get comments saying like, if you're explaining shit, why is this not labeled as a guide? And I'm just like, I'm just playing the game. I don't know. It's like people always find something to complain about. And I don't really know what people want. Because like, obviously I want to give people what they want to an extent. And obviously, everybody's not going to like the same shit, but I don't know, it's just bizarre. Can I explain what the Hope Amulet does? Let me see. I think I have all my tripods maxed on this character. Yeah, I do. I'm gonna go with my War Dancer. Instead of explaining, it'll just show you. You have to rapport bomb Nineveh for another focus rune. I have no regrets not rapport bombing anything and just buying merchant things forever until all my shit was done. Though I guess you don't have the charisma or whatever it is for Nineveh. Where the fuck did I put it? Oh, there it is. Okay, so Hope Amulet. This thing right here. Boom. You get a Hope Amulet. This Hope Amulet is from the fucking Naruni Racing event guy, man. And it says, use to change the designated level 3 or lower skill to level 4 with certainty. So basically, Hope Amulet, you right-click it, it opens up this thing. Am I the right spec? So what do I need? Call of the Wind God, all my shit's good there. Flash Heat Fang. Fist of Darkness is only level 2. Single hit is level 1. Roar of Courage. Esoteric Extortion. I guess I should run this. Okay. So, you find tripod that you want. So I want Esoteric Extortion. I click on it. I click upgrade. It says upgrade to level 4. Boom, boom, bang. Simple. Makes sense? Now I have level 4. Very simple. Yeah. I think you get one of them a week from the Naruni shop. Maybe you get 2 of them a week? I don't know. Guess I can go look. One a week? Yeah, that's what I thought. But I know I didn't buy out my entire shop because I didn't have enough coins at the time. But yeah, it's basically just a free level 4 tripod of your choosing. They are pretty good. Okay, I bought out everything except the engraving bags, which I think I can do now. If they keep adding the silver shit to every vendor, I'm gonna slowly make a fortune. I hope this stuff stacks with shit I have in my thing. No, it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. That'd be too easy. My inventory... I shouldn't have done that. Now my shit's not how I want it. I wish there was a third tab of roster storage, man. I'm struggling. They could sell the mats, but your point is burn unused life energy as part of sort of a gold mat they would have gotten from it they spend buying from others. True, but you can also just spend your life energy in your stronghold, right? Unless that's what you're talking about. In which case... Can you craft fusion mats? From stronghold gathered materials? You probably can, huh? That might be the way to go then. I didn't even think about that. For real, I need a third tab, man. I need like a third tab just for like engraving bags and shit. Because none of this shit stacks with each other. And it's fucking infuriating. You can, but roster bound? Yeah, I know it would be roster bound. But that would be, like, significantly cheaper, and it wouldn't require you to actually use the life energy yourself. Which I think is the barrier for most people in the first place, right? Actually sitting down and using the energy. It's less efficient in terms of Matt's energy? Yeah, for sure. But, like, if they're not going to use the energy anyways, right? It's better than not using it. Right? Because I don't think people aren't using their energy because it's not, like, worth using. It's just because they don't want to or don't have the time. And you're asking if people are going to just start to craft them from their own gathered materials for personal use, right? So rather than just spending the life energy in that theoretical scenario, people are more likely to just spend their energy at their stronghold through the stronghold farm and then craft shit that way. They get less mats for sure, but I think the majority of people just aren't going to spend their energy if they don't do it that way, right? And if people are going to spend their energy, then they could just end up selling the mats and it would be like a net neutral. Because they were going to spend that energy regardless, right? That's kind of what I'm saying. So, like, the people who aren't spending their energy will benefit from that. But the people who already spend their energy, it doesn't matter, right? I think that makes sense. I don't know if what I'm trying to convey makes sense, but it makes sense to me, and that's what matters. Depot notes. Yeah, I don't know. I say a lot of words, but I don't know if any of them make sense. Sometimes they accidentally do. I really wish we could have like a setting to auto-destroy books, because I would turn that shit on. Majority of these fucking books are worthless garbage. Okay, so you're saying that the price of mats will go so high that people who don't will. I got you. Yeah, I mean, it's a possibility. Just throw them away? Yeah, I mean, I would, but then you just keep getting them back. So I just fucking stick them all in here. Fucking garbage-ass books, man. And then I have all this other bullshit. You want a bloody fist? Maybe some sweet honey butter beer? Ether essence? You want some of these, wine things from Phaeton? I have 2 hope amulets in here for some reason. I have some snowman things. You want some Proxima skin? Some snails, maybe? It's just all fucking garbage that I can't get rid of. Well, I mean, I could get rid of this shit, but the snails aren't doing anything. 3 green health pots that are tradable. Why do I have those? This is why we don't look at my inventory. 2-key transformation coin. That's cool. A purple shovel. Neat. I have 12 tradable Simple Areha fusions and 90 untradables. Cool. Who knows why I have half this shit? One day I'll eat these master herb steaks. For sure. You know, I probably would actually use these if they weren't character bound. On a Soul Fist, this does quite literally nothing. Good thing I have 45 of them, though. Genie does not go boundless. I have no idea. I assume with mana food and a support, you could probably always stay in Magic Addiction. I'm pretty sure with just one or the other, you'll drop into boundless. Because I'm trying to think back to me playing my Zerker. I'm pretty sure I go boundless even with support, but I don't eat food. Didn't have that issue in Clown. Yeah, it assumes probably near max uptime, so if you're not getting max uptime, then you'll have more natural mana regen, right? Wish it wasn't so cold, otherwise you walk to get breakfast. Man, it's like mid-40s right now and like very humid. So it's like warm in my room. Feels like Shrek's swamp. Not a good feeling. A lot of people don't know how to maximize uptime. Yeah, very true. I think people just want overgeared people because they're, like, not hard to find. You could wait, like, 2 seconds for a 1590 instead of taking the 1540. I mean, you're probably gonna wait. I mean, yeah, mid-40s isn't bad, but the fact that it's super fucking humid is miserable. Because it feels way warmer than it actually is. I mean, obviously my fucking space heater of a computer isn't helping, but... like, humid cold weather is gross, but, like, bearable gross. Humid hot weather is fucking miserable. The air just feels dirty. Yeah, it's just, it doesn't feel right. Like, I feel like I'm slimy. And, like, sometimes I'm slimy, but I'm definitely not slimy right now. I just showered, homie. I took my monthly shower. Did a pugged Escaluded yesterday and it was all artists. That sounds miserable. In SoCal, so anything under 50 is unbearably cold. I like cold. Like... up until, like, 25 or 20. Give me that any day of the week. I could chill in a shorts and t-shirt in that weather. When you start getting colder than that, then I gotta bundle up, for sure. But I find cold weather way more tolerable than, like, even warm weather. Yeah, I'm talking in American numbers here. Call me the American hero. 40s and 50s is fine. I just hate it when it's humid like this. I can't speak bacon. What about cheeseburger? Hamburger, pizza pie? (122 Fahrenheit? Holy fuck. You trying to get erased from the fucking existence of this goddamn planet? 30C is like... I want to say it's like... low 80s, I think. 86? I was close. '86 is way too hot for me. Like, above 70 is, like, hot. I am uncomfortable above 70. How many degrees is it right now? 44 Fahrenheit. $122 is like 90 with humidity. Yeah, I can believe that. I just don't do well with hot weather. It also doesn't help that, like, the medicine I take makes me sweat a lot, and that makes the hot weather even more uncomfortable than it already was. So it's just not a good time, which is why I say I'll take cold any day of the week. Because it's also way easier to heat up than it is to cool down. I don't have an AC, but I'm definitely gonna have to invest in an AC for this summer. Especially if I'm gonna be making content still. I mean, it's like, what? 2.2 Fahrenheit for every 1 Celsius or something? So yeah, it'd be about 60-ish. 50 to 55 Celsius? Bro, how are you still on this earth? I literally think I would melt. Like a fucking human snowman. Yo, I pressed the wrong button, y'all. Hate spring and summer because of the bugs. I hate spring because of the humid rains that we get here. Spring is especially bad for the fucking humid rain. I love rain when it's not humid. Like, the perfect day for me would be like 50 degrees, light rain, low humidity. It's possible, trust me. It's rare, but it's possible. Don't come here in the summer hoping for a nice vacation. Yeah, I definitely will not. The real 5-head play would be stay where I am for the winter. Because we have nice, chill winters here. And then, as soon as it starts to become warm, I go to Australia. Because Australia will be having their winter. And then I just perpetually live in winter. I honestly can't think of a better plan. I've done it again. Yo, what up, Finesso? You trying to finesse me? I think 30 Celsius is way too hot for the majority of people. X is just quite literally built differently. Man's fucking body has adapted to the heat. Let me get some gold? What gold? Bro, I'm poor as fuck. Bro, I'm melting just like you. Grew up here, so we just know not to step outside. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's, like, a problem, though. Isn't it? Like, if you live in a place where it's like, the solution is don't be outside during the day, period, at all.
But there's so little.
It's like humanity decided to live in places that really shouldn't be lived in, I think. I think about that shit all the time with places like Nevada and fucking Arizona. Why do we live there? Just to say we can? I'm gonna eat dinner. Bye, Chris. Alright, have a good one, KR. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good dinner, man. It's really dead outside during the day. Yeah, I wonder why. If people went outside, there'd be even more dead during the day, if you know what I'm saying. You live in Africa, right? If I'm not mistaken. North Africa. Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Where do you live? Like South Africa, North Africa? West, East Africa? I don't know. Is there a West and East Africa? Probably. Close to the Sahara? Fucking Christ. Yo, I'm fucking imprisoned. It's fucked up. 40 to 50C? 40C to F. 104? I'm good. Our summers here can get that hot. Though thankfully they're usually not that hot. During the summer it's usually like mid-30s. We can have really hot days where it's like low 40s, high 30s. But our typical summer days here, I'd say probably mid-30s. Also known as like 80 to 90 Fahrenheit for all my bacon lovers. Should I get 5x3 before you hone to Vicus hard? I mean, you could hone to Vicus hard and then just buy buses if you really need to, right? You should still probably make your gold back. I don't think there's ever really a bad time to get 5x3 though. It's just whenever you feel like you're ready to go for it. Just think it's a decision you gotta make whenever you want to do it. mean, I know I'm an outlier in terms of what temperature I like. Like, the closer to 0, the better. As long as we don't get super far into the negatives, I can rock a t-shirt, shorts, and be happy. But even if we get, like, pretty far into the negatives, you just don't go outside unless you have to, and you layer the fuck up. That's way easier than, like, taking your skin off. Mostly because you can't take your skin off. I've tried. I'm definitely built different. I just think cold is so much easier to deal with than hot. And it's like both temperatures, when you're extremely hot or extremely cold, both end up being the same thing, where it's like the best solution is to just not go outside. And I'm sure it, like, depends on where you live, like, how your houses are built. Because, like, for example, where I live, our houses are not built to, ventilate very well. So, when our shit heats up, it stays heated up. And obviously, like, a properly built house for the temperature you live in, primarily, will help, but... you know. Want me to blow your mind? Sure, man. Bro, you miss me with that shit. If you're saying you don't drink fucking water when it's like 100 degrees out Fahrenheit, you're nuts. Like, that's like a recipe to die. Like, at some point you have to be like, okay, guys, I still want to do this thing, but, like, if I don't drink water, I might fucking die of heat stroke. At a certain point, you have to kind of use your brain, right? Yeah, I don't have one of those either. I mean, yeah, it's religion, but not everybody who's religious is necessarily dumb, right? Like, let's just be clear. I feel like it's gotta be something, like, obvious. If you're dehydrated, visibly so, and it's really hot out, I'm pretty sure whatever deity you believe in would probably be like, yeah, homie, you can have a fucking glass of water. Because last I checked, if you're dead, I don't really think you can do anything religious. Unless you believe that when you die, you're gonna be like a higher being, but that's a whole different can of worms that I don't feel like I'm ready to go in. Now I'm just sitting here Googling shit about Ramadan. Okay, I think I should go to sleep. Because I'm just gonna fucking sit here and go down the fucking rabbit hole. I appreciate you all for hanging out with me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Streamed a bit longer than I thought I would, that's for sure. Thank you all for hanging out. I'm gonna go lay in bed and just fucking read more about Ramadan. I'll see you all later. Bye, friends.